So I'm hoping to finish up this A7R. We'll see how we go. A couple of the pieces for the LCD that were missing was this, backplate, plastic backplate. Basically it's a click, tension click for the LCD to be open and closed so it stays in place. Obviously I needed a new ribbon. Pretty sure that this ribbon's fine. I cleaned this all up to make way for the new adhesive strip. I took the back plate off of the other LCD. I don't know why the camera keeps randomly resetting like that. Anyway, I need to take the back plate off of this one, replace it with this one, because I want to use that same board. This one doesn't have it on it, and it's just kind of a pain to replace that board. I have the replacements, but it's just kind of a pain to do. To get it in the right spot, because there is a... Okay, hopefully I'll stay on this time. There is a grounding point here that has to meet up. There's another piece somewhere it meets up with. Yeah, this little tab here is kind of a grounding point, so that's got to meet up properly, and it's... I mean, I can do it, it's just kind of a pain in the butt. So we're gonna carefully take this back light off. There's these little grooves you kind of pry it out of. It's got an adhesive that's holding it in place on the underside of the LCD panel. Just be gentle. Once you kind of break the seal, it comes off pretty easy. Don't want to get any dust in there if possible. And it just clips right back in. I really prefer the metal backlights. Some of the replacements you get are plastic, and this cable is routed slightly differently. It's like more in underneath this line. I don't like those. They just don't work as well for me when I'm putting stuff together. Alright, so that's ready to go. Sony on that side, so on the bottom here it's going to go in like this. Last time I did this I wasted one. I really am hoping to be able to not have to do this twice. Okay, I think that went well. Make sure that that is well seated, because the one time I had a problem, it was when I was pulling the plastic backing off. Ooh, that quite wasn't perfectly lined up, but it should work. as peeling the plastic off, it also peeled up some of the adhesive, and I had to do it over again. It was kind of a pain in the butt. Plus, it obviously wastes a part. The part for this, this is the part for it. I hope that's clear. Am I recording? Yeah, okay. That's the part for the LCD adhesive. Anything that I use, I'm trying to put the bags somewhere so I can reorder at some point. I prefer to use genuine parts. In some cases, you can get away with some of the Chinese replacements like these ribbons and various things. I do use some of the better Chinese LCD panels because they work just as well, but only, like I said, if they have the metal backing and the right correct backlight routing. So hopefully this is going to peel off easy. Nice. Moment of truth, really, with this. This is obviously the top side, Sony on the bottom. You gotta put the ribbon in, kind of just bring it to the edge. Fit it in just like that. Perfect. That went well. That went very well. Just make sure that your adhesive is nice and seated. We'll get all these fingerprints off later. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. So far so good here. Let's see, this goes. If you hear that, it's feeding time. Automatic feeders are going off for the kitties. Now this ribbon, as you can see, it doesn't really go in that far. That's all the farther it goes. So don't try to force it in farther or you'll break that little ribbon. This one is always tight. This ribbon's always tight. Just be mindful of how much tension you're putting on it so you don't rip it out like the original was. Just make sure it's bent over properly and seat it. Hold it there with your thumb for tension, and then flip your ribbon shut, and it's straight. Okay, so now you need this ribbon that's down. So if I recall correctly, I believe it's this side, yep. So fairly certain it goes in like this, with the ribbon facing upwards. Oh. This black here is to protect it from the bending. If you have a LCD panel that will work in one angle but not another angle until you flip it, it's usually a bad ribbon. And that's, talking with the seller originally, that appeared to be the problem with this one. It just so happens that whoever had looked at it unfortunately didn't quite have the experience that they needed in order to work on it properly. So that looks good. I think that's how it goes. Let me validate. I've got it. Got a couple of these that I've left in place. Oh, no, it's the other way. There's a couple of these I left in place just for this reason, because getting this ribbon routed properly is pretty critical. So it is the black. The black first. It's been a while since I've done with one of these LCDs, but this is why I either keep a picture or I just keep an example handy, because I can't remember everything. But yeah, just like this. Okay. Excuse me. I had pasta for dinner, so I'm full. Is okay. Yeah, that's good. If it doesn't work, I know why. Most likely, anyway. Okay, so now after that is done, the metal brace, the metal frame goes in, and this is going to go in just like that. I want it to go above the wait. Sorry. This is for the plastic piece here, so that's at the top. Make sure that this is fairly tight. These little edges go underneath those tabs. This plate goes underneath. Underneath it there. See if I can get it in the opposite way. No, I won't be able to do that. See if I remember. Oh, okay, I think I remember how I have to do it. Hopefully you're watching ahead before you make all the mistakes that I do. I had that comment on another video. Yeah. Problem is I just don't remember everything. I mean, I remember how to do it, just not as far as a super accurate, 100% instructional. seated. Looks like the bottom, looks like this is a little bent, so we're going to need to get these screws in here. Looking good. Alright, so route this back through. Now this part's always kind of tricky because the routing of this goes underneath the metal bracket here and then out to this end here, and it just is always a pain in the butt because the cable is usually bent the other way, as you see. So now you got to get it back up the other way. And so you see the black protects the cable from the friction. And then this is going to go on here. Maybe we'll mount it first. Got to be mounted first anyway, so these really tiny screws. Be very careful with these. You don't strip them. You want to seat them all prior to tightening them down. I don't know that I have another back. These backs are like 40 bucks. This one's completely ruined. I can't really use it. I don't know why it's like this. I mean, if you look at it, it's almost like it was pried open. Somebody, I don't know, I'm guessing, I'm guessing possibly the person who worked on it didn't know how to pull it off and pried at that position and it broke. Pried up at that position and it broke. That's why all these things are bent, is because they didn't know how to open it. They didn't know how to open it, so they broke everything in it, essentially. So I showed you earlier, the LCD ribbon was bent and broke. So they didn't know what they were doing. But we're going to test the LCD, and then this top is basically ruined also from, I don't know, just damage. I don't know, I might be able to save this hot shoe to use on a later device, maybe. I'm sure the top ribbon in here is functional and these are functional, but it's cosmetically very, very much ruined. Oh, that broke. Where did that break from? I don't know where this was. Is that from? Yeah, that's one of these tabs somewhere. Anyway, we're just fortunate that everything looks okay on the main board. Alright, let's move on. Tighten these down. I get rambling. It's kind of the same deal. Kind of goes through at a weird angle, so it's a little difficult to get in. There we go. So this cover is important because it holds the angle. It holds the angle of this cable. I'm really hoping that the length is good. Really hoping the length is good. Get the memory cartridge in. We got the screw there in, so this can go in. Just about at the point where testing is possible. Since all these pieces are bent, is it all the way down? I mean, it doesn't feel all the way down. It's not quite there yet. Bottom's good. Side's good. Just this. It's stuck on. Stuck on something up in here. There it goes. There it goes. Okay, so I actually have to use some screws from other cameras to fully assemble this. For testing, I really just want to get this one in. Possibly the one on the side. This has a lot of grit in it. This needs to be cleaned out. See if I can get it clean quick. The buttons are just caked in stuff. Yeah, the left and upper buttons are quite gummy. Should work good enough for a test, but I just don't. I don't like the feel of it. is this a bad panel? Oh man, that would suck. Is the sensor dirty? See, should be coming on. Either it's a bad panel or something else wrong with this. Can't catch a break. I've got a known good panel I can try on this. Why am I not getting anything on that fuse? I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to get something on that fuse. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to get something. And there's power running through it, so that's good. Must be the panel. I know this panel works. I've used it for testing. I should probably keep it for testing. Okay. We've got, all right, something in here is no good. I really hope it's not the LCD itself, because that would really suck, because I just would have wasted another one of those adhesives. I could have swore I tested all the panels. Maybe it's this ribbon. Maybe I'll replace that ribbon, and maybe that ribbon's no good. At least I know the camera works. So if the camera works, we just got to figure this out. Obviously this is a bit of a bummer. thought all my panels were good, but maybe it's the board. Maybe it's the board that is the problem. I don't know. It's hard to say, I guess. Maybe I did something stupid. I don't know. It'll be the first time. Maybe the backlight on this wasn't good. It could bend this ribbon as bad. And this side was a little mangly. Oh yeah, it does look like there's some broken traces there. Yeah, those are broken traces right there. That would do it. Okay. I'm gonna have to order some more. Of these. So that's why at certain angles, the LCDs will work, because over time the bending back and forth will cause the traces to break. And at a certain angle they meet up. Never got it made easy. Let's put it in there and see if it works, I think. Yeah, because it's already bent. They used cable from another system, so. Visually inspect them. if you can see that or not. I'm trying to get the... Man, sometimes I don't think GoPro is the best way to record these things, because I'm just trying to tap the screen to see what you're seeing, and it's not doing anything. Yeah, these traces look good. Cannot recall where this would have been exactly. They don't sell those stupid little pads either, so I'm going to keep it. I don't know where it goes, but I'm going to keep it. I know it was right there, but... I always do enjoy doing things 2-3 times. I'm working on an A7S that I've literally torn apart 2-3 times now, trying to fix the shutter. And there's pieces of the image sensor mount to the IBIS that broke off and got shoved into the shutter gears, into the assembly. I got 2 of the pieces out, but I think there's still another piece that's in there causing it all to stop up. But I'm gonna probably be holding off on attempting that again until I get a couple. I got some gears on order, new shutter gear. I basically attempted to refurbish the original gear. I can't say for certain that it's operating as intended because they're all bunged up. And it might be getting stuck there. Might still be a piece of metal stuck somewhere, but I can't tell. We're going to do the quick and dirty test on this one. I have tested this method previously. That's how I tested most of my other panels, is the way I'm going to do this. That's why I thought that this was a good panel, because I'm fairly certain that I tested it. But yeah, what you do is you don't put the frame on, and just attach it. Make sure that you are not touching the board. You don't have anything over top of the sensor. What? Okay, so I did have power. Okay, so it's not the LCD. Or sorry, it's not the ribbon. Let's just mount this to be sure that my hand wasn't in front of the sensor. Can't be sure of anything, I guess. How far? Oh, okay. 52 minutes. That's weird now. The menu button is not working? Why isn't the menu? Well, I got some wonkiness going on at this thing. Maybe it's not working because the scroll wheel isn't plugged in. Okay, so the LCD still isn't working. Okay, it must not have been working because the scroll wheel wasn't plugged in. Anyway, so it's probably still not the ribbon. This Louis warning upstairs. Still haven't fully integrated them with the other cats yet. The question is, do I do another brand new, well, an actual brand new ribbon? Or do I test with this backlight and board? This is a brand new ribbon. One of my last ones. Just hate doing stuff over and over and over again. The other one definitely had broken traces. This one I'm not so sure of. If after this test it still doesn't work, I'm going to hold on to this particular ribbon because it might still be okay. Let me just make sure. Oh, maybe I didn't put that in all the way. I don't know. Maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe it does go in farther. But I don't think it does. Maybe this backlight is just bad. Yeah, it doesn't go in any farther. What? I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. Is this board bad? I don't think capacitors are supposed to hit on both sides like that. I guess maybe it is. No, I always get these mixed up. I could have sworn that the... I don't know. I still haven't figured out how to use a damn multimeter. Anyway, we're going to try a brand new line, a brand new ribbon. Okay, so it's not the ribbon. Best case scenario is it's the backlight. Just validate this fuse is still good. Okay, good. So we're on to the backlight itself, or the board, or not the board. We tested we just tested the board and the ribbon, the main ribbon anyway. That board that I tested was brand new, so it should be functional. We're down to the panel or the backlight. Panel is supposed to be brand new. Backlight was off of the existing system, so maybe the backlight is bad. Oh, look at that! Just noticed it. Power ribbon on the backlight. Broken. Broken from the bend. Right at the bend. That's why I didn't see it, because the light's always reflecting off of it. So it's the backlight. Which is unfortunate, because I really would have liked to save that backlight if if I would have kept the other one on there, we wouldn't have had to go through all this. But I did find that that one other ribbon was bad by noticing the break, so I think we're just about at a point where this thing's going to be ready. I think as soon as I validate LCD functionality, there's going to be a part 2, so I can also replace the top. This backlight also came out from another system, so I'm hoping that we don't have another situation where we're having problems. Sorry, did I say part 2? It would be a part 3, because I did the tear down in part 1. Make sure that this is off. Aha! Sweet. Okay. Alright, we're calling it good there. We're going to be moving on to part 3. I put a little bit more parts into this camera than I really would have liked to, honestly. But it's an A7R. They're a little bit more desirable than the A7 or the A7S. So I feel like the extra time is beneficial, not only for the camera, but for the person who would be purchasing it. I mean, maybe I'll clean up all of this gunk. I'll take it off, I'll clean it all up, and we might be able to get the corrosion off of here. We'll do some work to it. But it definitely seems to be a contender for a new top. But anyway, I think we'll leave it at that for now. We've got the LCD functional. That was the main problem with this camera. That was why I bought it. And I fixed that main problem, obviously along with a few other things. Alright, well, I appreciate you watching, if you're watching, as I mentioned before, and we'll call it a day. Thanks.